Creating learning goals for your summer internship professional experience will help you focus your energy on the things you want to learn this summer. This is one important summer activity we have for you to do at the very start of your summer experience. As we mentioned in the orientation video, the summer activities you will do in this required Canvas prerequisite module will allow you to successfully pass this prerequisite, and it will allow you to have a meaningful summer experience. This video is all about creating learning goals for your summer experience. To help you think about goals for your experience this summer, here is a model showing the different categories of learning that are important for professional experiences, effectiveness. Pay attention to both of these categories. For this activity, we ask you to create 2 goals within each category. You will create 4 learning goals this summer. The top of the T is boundary crossing competencies or professional skills. These are skills that will transfer from one experience to the next. These are important skills to develop, such as communication, problem solving, analytical skills, teamwork, the ability to analyze, and leadership. The base of the T is functional knowledge and expertise. These are knowledge items and technical skills directly related to the experience you are having this summer. These include disciplinary knowledge, techniques, theories, processes, and policies that are unique to this particular field you're in. To start thinking about the 4 learning goals you will create for yourself, ask yourself these 2 questions. What are the professional skills I will need to be effective in my field 2 to 3 years from now? These skills are related to the broad boundary crossing competencies, the top of the T I showed you earlier. And question number 2, what are the technical skills or knowledge I will need in my field 2 to 3 years from now? Now, pause this video a moment and answer these 2 questions for yourself. Now that you have a picture of the skills and knowledge you want to learn this summer, it's time to start crafting learning goal statements and action steps for each learning goal. The learning goal statement is what you need or intend to learn by the end of the summer. Hint, keep the end in mind. Action steps are the specific steps that you will take to make sure that you achieve the goals you have set for yourself. You want to keep your goals and action steps SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. Here is an example of a professional goal, the top of the T, with action steps. The goal is to practice and improve my business communication skills through emails and in-person meetings with people employed at various locations. Action step 1, review 5 articles on best practices in work communications before July 31st. Action step 2, forward 2 of the emails I write to my coworkers and supervisor before I send them and ask for feedback on the emails. Here's a career goal, also the top of the T. Learn the requirements and expectations for graduate school and evaluate whether I should go. Action step 1. By week 2, talk with the 2 graduate students in my lab, ask them why they chose to go to graduate school. Action step 2. Before the end of my undergraduate research position, it ends August 25th, browse at least 5 graduate programs and locations. Write the pros and cons of each one. And finally, action step 3, review the list I created in action step 2 with the graduate students in my lab and ask for advice on how to apply for graduate school. Here's an example of a knowledge goal. Now, this is the base of the T. Improve my species identification skills, including the specific criteria each species requires to survive. Action step 1, look up 10 primary avian species online or in books by July 1. And note the call of at least 5 of the species in the nursery to learn to identify the species by sound. Action step 2, Do a quiz with one of my coworkers to see if I can identify at least 5 birds by sound by week 7. Here's a technical goal, and this is the base of the T: to learn and practice various water testing methods. Action step 1, read information provided by the past intern and other water testing materials provided by the organization, and do this during my first week. Action step 2, shadow current water tester at the company during my first 2 weeks to observe the water testing process. And action step 3, by week 3, conduct water testing alone. Make note of my questions or problems to ask my supervisor by email. Check in with the supervisor about my water testing skills by week 4. And here's another functional learning goal, which is the bottom of the T: teach student athletes how to cook. Action step 1, propose idea with my supervisor with a presentation on what I will be doing and all the logistics: where, when, who, what, how much it will cost, etc. Do this by week 3. Action step 2, produce the sign-up sheet or presentation for the athletes to get them excited about the cooking class, and do this by week 4. Action step 3, put on the cooking class and create a handout for it, which includes recipes to give out during the presentation by week 10. Now it's your turn. As I mentioned earlier, one of the important summer activities is for you to write learning goals at your internship. On our Canvas site, there is a template with more details on this assignment along with the due date. There are many examples of learning goals. Review these if you are uncertain about how to write these. For this activity, it is your responsibility to write 4 learning goals, 2 professional ones and 2 knowledge or technical skills. Each learning goal must have at least 2 action steps. Now be sure to go to the Canvas site and take a look at all the resources we've got for you. Have fun!